Mahith, the audio, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now we can,
Yeah.
but not brilliantly, but yes, we're getting there.
Interesting. How about now? Is it better or worse?
Getting better. I think you can go ahead. Now,
I don't think I can hear you now. Yeah,
can
I
you hear
can
me
hear
now?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can hear your voice. Go ahead, Mahith. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll start. Hi everyone. My name is Mahith. I'm your new trainer for today's AI workshop. So excited to have you all here today. So most of you all must be as either students, developers, any employees or entrepreneurs. So this workshop will help you grow in your domain and help use AI to multiply your productivity. Okay, so I thought starting off we'll do something like an icebreaker activity. So let's play a game. AI myth or fact. All right. I'll ask you some statement. I'll just give you some statements. You guys tell me if it's myth or fact. You can just put it in chat. Okay. So first, AI can think and feel like humans. What do you guys think it is? Myth or fact? I don't see any answers. Myth. Yes, good. Yeah, it is a myth. So AI doesn't exactly have emotions or consciousness like us. It just predicts answers or outputs from patterns. It has a data set that the people who come up with the AI usually train it with, and based on that data set, it extracts patterns, and from that pattern, it answers. It doesn't actually know anything. So the second one, LLMs actually don't actually know things, they just predict text. Yeah, same thing again. They don't know. They just have patterns that they understand from data sets and they generate answers. So, next one. AI can learn by itself without data. What do you think it is? Myth or fact? Myth. Good. Yeah, it is also a myth. AI needs data. AI survives on data, like I've said. Data sets. It needs data to learn. Okay, next. AI is already being used in daily apps like Gmail, Netflix, and Google Maps. Is this a fact or myth? Yeah, it is a fact, Vishal. Good job. So we know Gmail has spam filters, Maps uses route predictions, Netflix has their recommendation system. All of them use AI now. So spam filters, they usually have like word predictions. Like if your mail contains some specific words, specific set of words, not just a single word, specific set of words, it is considered as spam. Same with Netflix. Netflix has a set record of what all you watch, and based on what you're watching, it uses that data to give you new recommendations. And maps, we all know route predictions. And next, AI will take away all human jobs. What do you guys think? Myth or fact? Yes, no, it won't. AI can't exactly do everything by itself. It needs human intervention. Human needs to prompt it. It Humans need to use AI to multiply. So AI won't take your job. Humans who can use AI better than you, they will. So it's just a matter of time for you to learn better than the other person. And the next one, AI models can make mistakes or hallucinate. With or fact? Yes, AI models can make mistakes. Just the other day. So I just asked a question to AI, how much time do I have till February 2026? Currently, we are in November and February 2026. What's the gap between there? Some 3, 4 months, I guess. 3 months, maybe. And AI just gave me the answer confidently 15 months. It assumed that it was the next year. That's the kind, these are all mistakes AI can make. So if you don't properly give data, AI assumes. That's another problem with AI. Next one. Training AI models requires massive energy and computing power. Yes, fact. Not just energy and power, AI also requires fresh water. How many of you knew that? AI systems need cooling, right? So for the cooling stuff, uh, all the data centers, they use fresh water. So every prompt that we use, every word that we ask AI uses water. Next, training AI models requires massive, yeah, it's done. AI can generate images, code, and even music. Yes. So the new AI models like Gemini, they can generate images, and almost all of the LLMs now can generate code and music. Yeah, there's this new AI tool called Suno. It's even generating music with lyrics actually. Okay, the next one. AI understands context perfectly. What do you guys think it is? Fact or myth? Yes, it that is a myth. AI cannot understand context if you don't give it directly. So until and unless you give the data, AI can't understand. It's very dumb. You need to make it smart. Okay, next. AI always gives unbiased results. What do you guys think? Myth or fact? Myth. Yes. AI AI learns from our data, human data and human, and we have a bias. So AI is AI also has some bias. So basically, the programmers or developers who develop the AI, they try to make it so that unbiased results need to give it. But sometimes the bias slips in. We can't help. So yeah, that's it for now. AI isn't magic or evil, it's a tool. The more we understand it, the more we can use it, the more smarter we can use it. Okay. Everyone with me so far? Yes. Good. Now let's start with AI. So exactly how AI works. Now you ask a prompt, you give a question to any LLM, and that LLM analyzes your input. It retrieves information from its dataset, from its patterns, and it generates a response. And that response gets framed like a proper sentence. And that sentence is given to you. That's how AI works exactly. Okay, let's go to the next. Yeah, like I've said, AI will not replace you. People who use AI will. So you just need to use the AI better than the next person. That is all. So we have various tools that I'll take you all through. For students, we have Notebook LM, Notion, LLM, and for entrepreneurs, we have Canva, Way. And for developers, we have Augment, Copilot, Cursor. These are all AI, agentic AI actually. They'll write, you just have to ask a prompt and they can answer everything for you. So now it's the actual webinar starts. And this is the prompt formula. This is very well known in AI community. So basically you need to learn how prompting works so that you can understand exactly what you need to do, how you need to modify your prompts to make the AI do the work for you. So basically we have the prompting into four stages. One is role, one is task, one is direction, and the other one is data. So first you always need to specify what you want the AI's role to be. Like for example, a marketing strategist, a UX developer, a software engineer. a Python engineer, AI ML engineer, something like that. Role for the AI. And then you state your task, what you want the AI to do. Like, let's say we are asking AI to develop a web page. So you say something like, you are an expert UX developer. I want you to build an e-commerce web page, something like that. And then we have direction. We provide specific instructions like, um, in the e-commerce web page, I want the styling to be like this. I want a specific font. I want the specific card layout. Like in Amazon, we have four products at once in a page. Instead of four, I want something like three, two, something like that. Specific instructions you need to, and then data, context, background information, and examples and such. And once you apply the prompt formula, your difference would look like this. First, like generic prompts would be like something ad hoc, single statement, write about marketing. Or let's say you're trying to sell a product, you want some data on it. Let's say you're talking about write about a bottle for me to sell. That will be pretty basic, right? I don't think your answers would be. So let's try it out once. Let's ask it to write about prompt. Write about mark. And it will give me everything about marketing. That's pretty generic. I don't want generic stuff. I want specific one. What do we have here? You are an expert marketing strategist. For a tech startup, your task is to draft a social media post for LinkedIn announcing a new AI product for productivity tool. Yeah, once you give a proper prompt, detailed, structured prompt, you'll see something like this. You are an expert marketing strategist. We are doing a post for LinkedIn. The tone should be professional and exciting. Include a call to action to visit our website for a free demo. Mention the benefits like time saving, efficiency, smart automation. Yeah. Let's try using this prompt and let's see what AI will do with this. And it gave exactly what I need. So once you gave every bit of context you need, it gave just the content for the post that I need from this. Now I will show what we need to do after this. For now, let's continue. We have prompting techniques. This is a very interesting concept actually. So there are different types of prompting techniques. Let's start with zero shot prompt. The one we just did so right now. It's like you give directly your input. You don't give any examples. You don't give any chain of like you don't ask it to do anything. Just give your question and it gives you result. Like you ask it, write a Python function that checks if the string is palindrome. It just gives me answer directly. That's zero shot prompt. And then we have one shot prompting. What one shot prompting does is you give one example. Like for example, you see I give the input 2, 4, and 6, and it gives me the output 12. That is sum of all these three numbers. It will understand that we are doing something related to sum. And next, I'll give the input 3, 5, 7, and it will give me the output that is 15, which is the sum of these three numbers. That's how one-shot prompting works. You give one input and output set as an example, and the AI will understand what is being done. And based on that, it will give you result for the second input. And then we have few shot prompting. So few shot prompting is multiple examples, not just one example. So let's say I give one input 2 and output as 4. Now there can be two patterns here. Either it is square or just multiplied by 2. So if I give an instead of giving example 2, I just give the input 3. It can give 6 or it can give 9. AI can get confused here. So we give another multiple examples for the AI to understand even clearly, to set a pattern even better. That's how few shot prompting works. And the next prompting technique is chain of thought prompting. You influence the AI to think instead of just answering the questions directly. So let's see this one problem. A train traveling 60 kilometers in 1.5 hours, what is its speed? You ask it specifically, solve this problem step by step so that you can see each step how the AI is solving this problem. That's how chain of thought prompting works. And then the next one is iterative prompting. So this is just the standard conversation that you have with an AI. Let's say you started with write a Python script to scrape data from a website. And how would that go? You ask it a question. Let's actually see it live. Write a Python script to what was it again? I forgot. Scrape data from a website. I'll think for some time. So the new ChatGPT 5, it's so advanced that even without giving most of my prompts, it'll understand what I need and it'll just give me most of the stuff. It will pretty much give me everything, but sometimes it might not. It gave me complete script ready to download. I want to view. This is exactly what I mean by iterative prompting. So I just told it to write a script and it gave me ready to download stuff. But I wanted to view right here. So now it's giving me everything to view. That's how iterative prompting works. And the next one is negative prompting. So negative prompting is somewhere when you don't want exactly to do repetitive prompting and you want to use single prompts. That's when you use negative prompting. Like we know AI hallucinates. So you can just mention something like, do not assume anything, ask me for any questions you want. Or you can say something like, summarize this article, do not bring any direct quotes or statistics. So that's how it will work. You ask AI not to do something. That's negative prompting. And next, I'll show you how I work. Give me a second, guys. I have low battery on mine. I'll just connect for hours.
I'm just trying to check my with the audience. If they want to be unmuted for a question, I can unmute you all. You can do that. Or raise your hand.
Any questions, guys, so far? Anything about prompting? You have any questions about prompting? No questions? Okay, I'll move on. So, essential AI tools overview. So now I'll show you exactly how I use AI tools daily. So normally when I'm doing regular generic stuff, I use ChatGPT. So it's pretty much cover all of them in single one. And Claude is something that is smart enough to do stuff, but it needs even detailed prompts. Claude can code very good actually. Claude, it actually finished my many projects with Claude. And next we have Perplexity. Perplexity is for mainly research. So when you when you're searching for something and you use ChatGPT or Claude, you don't exactly know where that stuff is coming from. But when you use Perplexity, it cites all the resources it used. all web pages, all PDFs, or anything that you've used, Perplexity can even cite those answers so that you can view it later to check if the answers are correct or not. Or if you want agentic AI, you can use Cursor or Copilot, Augment, something like that. So first, let's say you're a student, you're trying to learn something, and when you use AI, you can use you've let's have a for instance. You've just attended your class, and it took somewhere around 2 hours, and after that you have you've received a very big notes. Let's say this is one of my old college notes. So let's just upload and ask AI to help me read this. Help me, I'll just tell it to give me a summary. Give me a summary of the notes. This is from my road safety class. So it just gave me everything that's in that notes. And then I'll ask it, help me learn. I have an exam today. And it will give me everything that's in that notes clearly, like each module. But better than ChatGPT would be Notebook LM. I'll show you that. When if you use Notebook LM, you have a question. Vishalakshi. Yeah. How? Let me just unmute you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
If you can go back to the previous screen where you had the four different AI tools, the ChatGPT and other ones, the one before. Yeah, here, right? We see four different tools. The way you can prompt any one of them, and they might give results for any prompt that you give to them, right? So when it brings back the results, do you think they all work in the same concept or do they do it differently? Because some is helping AI from like research thing you said for Perplexity AI, but the other one might not be so. So do they all work with the same logic behind to get the results?
Yes, you can use any of the tools for your task, but what happens is all of them were built for all purposes. But what happens is each of them has their own capabilities. For example, ChatGPT is general purpose. You can use it for all, but you don't get where the results are coming from. That's where Perplexity shines. You can see where it got answers. It cites all those web pages that it used. So that's how Perplexity is advanced. You can use all of them provide the same service. This is something that more you use, the more you understand, the more you'll familiarize yourself with those things. There are multiple tools online. All of them provide the same functionality. But when you use them more, you'll get to know which of them does what. Like for example, let's say you're writing an email or you want to write some content. You can use ChatGPT. Or you want to research something. Sources that you need all your sources for later to recheck or something like that. You can use Perplexity. Or let's say you're writing code, so you can use Claude like that.
Okay.
So depending on your
Okay.
your use case, you can use different AI tools. So uh, you can try your task on all of these tools at the same time. So in my starting days, I'll show you what I do daily. I'll just create a new window in my starting days. So I'll just open all 5 of them at the same time. I have ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity. I'll ask one prompt here and then I copy paste it on all 5 of them. And I'll see the different results. And after a week or so, I understood. For one type of task, I use ChatGPT. For one type, I can use DeepSeek. For one, I use Claude. For one, Gemini, and like that. The more you use it, the more you'll understand. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that's tool specific, but what I thought was like how it does the getting the results, right? Like, is it using the same kind of concept behind? Like
Okay, you're
any AI
asking how.
probably would be the same reason, right? Like same way how it's bringing up the results.
Okay, yeah. So all of these AI tools, they have data sets on their end, like ChatGPT, OpenAI developed it. So OpenAI has a set of OpenAI has data sets. They've trained their models on those data sets, right? So all of these tools, they've trained on different set of data. So their functionality might be the same, but the data they return would be some different, would be little different.
Okay.
So we don't exactly know how that works. They don't like announce it, right, for open public how we work and all. Are you familiar with the concept of GPT?
A little bit, not too much. Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I know like what you're saying now, how it's also like how more based on the user interaction with the tool also it helps.
What is the
I
full
can
form
Yeah.
of
explain that
GPT?
better if you understand how machine learning, natural language processing. If you understand all those concepts, I can help you better with that. But that is too techy. For
Yeah, that's too
introduction
technical.
class, it
For
would
now,
be
yeah,
too
this is
complicated
good
for
for
everyone
now.
to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, this is fine now. Yeah. I got it, like what you explained. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? Well, I'm going to assume no. Okay, next is student toolkit. Yeah, so we thought we'll try notebook LM. I'll just create a new notebook and I'll upload some files. Actually, let's upload the same file. So notebook LM can read through the entire PDF and any questions that you ask here, it'll generate it. So any questions that you ask, like it even gives you some questions that you can ask. Any questions that you ask, it goes through only this PDF. It doesn't search outside the PDF. So you don't have to worry about getting generic answers or anything. Your answers will only be from your PDF. And Notebook LM's capabilities are you can ask it to generate flashcards, reports, mind map, all of these. So if you wait a second, I can show you exactly how it all works. It can even generate like a podcast, like two people are talking about this entire PDF. I like to read, but some people like to listen other people explaining about stuff. So for them, audio overview would be perfect. Mind map is in it. So road safety engineering, it's divided into 5 parts. Traffic management, and within that we have all of these. This is how a mind map looks like. This is a capability of Notebook LM. Google's power. Like when you're trying to learn, use all these tools for better, faster learning. It can even generate quiz for you. It gave me a 10-question quiz right now from this PDF itself. And you can even generate flashcards for like after you read, you want to just revise on topics. You can use this. Yeah, AI has come very far. You can use AI to learn very quickly. I survived my engineering through AI tools. And what next? There's Notion. Notion is like the entire Microsoft suite rolled into one. It has docs, it has Excel, it has slides, everything. So it even has AI now. You can just put random stuff into this. Like let's say, so this would be my learning page. I'll ask something like teach me about Python, and it'll start giving me information. Why it even works better than the regular ones we use is it uses markdown format. So you can just see everything. You can even build your own to-do list here. You're in like you can even use CRM in this. If I start going on about Notion, I can put a class only on Notion actually. This is very big. You can use AI notes, cards, everything in one platform. For learning, this is another good tool. After student, we have entrepreneur toolkit. So remember what we generated earlier using our well-engineered prompt on marketing. So we got some content. Now let's use Canva to generate a post. How many of you have used Canva before? No answer. All right. So even Canva launched their own AI now. So let's just say I'm doing design stuff or just social media format. Any post works. Let's just say Instagram post. Cut. So for some reason copied the prompt on the I've given it the data I need. Let's click on. Now let's see canvas magic. Ah, I have used Canva. Akhilesh, nice.
Mahith, Mahith? Hello? Mahith, we can't hear you.
No? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh.
Thank you.
So Canva basically does all your designing stuff for you. And after generating a basic templates from Canva AI, you can customize here. And you can even add new elements that you want, shapes, form, anything. So that's how Canva works. And after Canva, we have 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is a new tool. I think it is paid, where you give text to the engine and it generates audio for you. You can put that audio on any of your videos for you to put. And I'll just it's a free text to speech. It's free. Okay. So you can even have, let's say, you want this particular sentence to be sarcastic. You can even give that. In between sentences, you want some specific like smiles, giggle, whisper, something like that. You can even input those. So let's click on play. It'll probably ask me. So did you hear that? Yeah. So
No,
that's how
no,
11
we
labs.
couldn't hear that
Okay.
because it plays
Let
on
it
your system.
share
So
my screen.
try again. No, we can't hear. You have to share a different setting. Is there a possibility that you can share the file or audio to us?
Yeah, I'll just put it in chat.
Correct. Thank you.
Just we can go through it. You can I'll also provide you with an entire all the tools that I've used today at the end of the session. You can go through it later as well. Or
No,
we can
thank you.
just note it down as we go.
Yeah, we'll do both. But send us, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, moving on to developers toolkit. So developers can use multiple tools. We have GitHub Copilot, Cursor, or Netflix. So we can the GitHub Copilot was trained on all the code that's present on GitHub, all the public repositories that is. So let's say you want a specific code, like you're writing an API endpoint, a specific endpoint. You can give the existing code to Copilot and ask it to generate the next one. Let's show it in live actually. So let's say I'm opening a new folder. Can you see my screen? This is one of my API files. So let's say I'm asking it to create a new API endpoint. Create a new API endpoint. This is how GitHub Copilot works. I give it a prompt. I didn't specify which endpoint. So it's just going through what I have and then it's generating something that it wants. This is history. Like YPad is a file that I upload, and from that file, it's going through what are the execution history for that specific folder. See, that is how developers can use GitHub Copilot. Or we have other tools like Augment. Augment is also similar to GitHub Copilot, but it is paid platform. It uses both ChatGPT and Claude. GitHub Copilot uses only ChatGPT. So after GitHub, we have Cursor. I can show you Cursor as well. Cursor is also a free and paid one. There are both options. The free one is limited, but Cursor also uses ChatGPT and Claude, both of them. So on Cursor, we have agent model. You don't have to know, for example, you saw here, we have three options, agent, ask, edit. So when you select agent, it will directly give the responses for you. You don't have to do anything. Let's see one of my old ones. This was in agentic mode. I just gave a prompt and it gave me a complete file directly. Or let's just give it a new one. Put it in full screen now. I'll just ask it to find me and find any issue in this board. It'll read. So it identified some issues. This is just exception stuff, not that important actually. Deprecated API usage. Yeah, so on. And there you go. It's even fixing the code for me. So it's directly writing code here. Like for example, finish literally except encryption. This is undeprecated one, so it's giving me new stuff. So all the red stuff it's showing is old one, and the green one is new. The red one is deleted line, and the green one is new lines, added ones. I'll have to review these later, so I'm not going to keep them. Yeah, that's how Cursor works. Replit is an online IDE with AI capabilities. I'll make you guys work through Replit. So we have other tools for innovation like Augment, Lovable. Now, let's get to hands-on project. Now, I want you guys to do the project and I'll guide you guys. So, which one of you is ready to work do the project now? Who wants to do the hands-on project? Like your screen will be shared and I'll guide you through it. Anyone online?
I would like to, but I'll let the other team members go for it. Team,
That's fine.
can you? Yeah. Thanks,
I'll
Mahit.
do it.
And Mahit, wonderful session so far. Thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, so what I thought was, if we had audience, we have four different tools. One of you uses one of these four different tools, and all of us give the same prompt to the AI, and let's see how each of them work, how different the output would be. I'll do all four of them here. That's fine. I'll just close some of these. Mm,
Team, be involved. Ask your questions. Be interactive.
okay. So now we have bold, lovable, and base 44 ready. Now let's work through the prompt. So what was the first thing in prompt formula? Role. Yeah. So now
R3.
let's give the role. You are an expert front-end web dev and UI UX designer, skilled in React, Tailwind. These are just some frameworks in and modern web pages, let's say. Modern responsive design. Okay, what was the next one? Let's just specify role. So the next one is task. What we want the AI to perform. Now let's say your task is to build a small, visually appealing e-commerce web page for a, let's say, lifestyle brand. Now, what was the next part of the prompt formula? Instructions or direction. So I'll ask it to use React plus Tailwind CSS. And for now, like it needs to be short. So let's just say, do not make do any backend part. It should it should be handled in local React. Next, let's think about the colors. We a color palette neutral and elegant. Suggest me some colors, guys. Like, let's go with white. Soft gold. Now let's think about font. What do we want font? Use font inter, or I like this one as well. Poppin. No. What next? Do we have any more instructions? Animations. Yeah, good. Let's include smooth animations. In hover and end. Now I want this to be mobile friendly. Anything else? Avoid dependencies. Like we know AI like to use multiple tools. We don't want that dependencies right now for a small application. And let's think about context now. That's the next part of the prompt formula. Context, data basically. Let's give the name for the brand. Let's call it Urban Bee. Brand name is Urban Glow. Minimalist home decor, like lamp and let's call it wallet. Yeah, that's enough. What else, guys?
Examples.
Let's get examples. Exactly. Now let's say I want how I want the output format to be. Generate a fully functional React component that runs as a standalone page. Okay. What's wrong here? Spell it. That should be enough. Or do you want to give any styling guidelines? That should not be needed. Like bonus features, additional features, something like that. Let's ask additional features like a dark mode, light mode buttons. Add a like dark mode toggle. And let's ask it to add a search bar. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see what it comes up. And I'll copy this prompt. And if any of you want to use this as well, I'll put it in the chat as well. You can also use the prompt. Send. Yeah, I've sent you the prompt. So let's see how it generates. I'm giving the same prompt to 4 tools right now. Let's see what it comes up. So this would take around 3 to 4 minutes perhaps. I'll answer a few questions if anyone has any questions.
Mike, do we have a way where we can give one prompt on one platform where it goes through multiple LLM models?
Yes, actually, we do have that. So one is Perplexity, but I don't suggest that. There is this platform called Emily AI. So
Oh,
you give one prompt here and you can choose which one you want. Gemma, that's Gemini's, Llama, that is Meta, DeepSeek,
oh,
even advanced models, Claude, all of them. All you have to do is buy Emily and you can get all of these for free. This is a interesting platform.
do you want to put that prompt here and see what it will do? Then we have to, I can't ask it to do 4, 5
This
just
does not, we can try, but what happens is this doesn't have explanation capability, or what can I say, execution capability. You can't see what it generates. Like we can
uh,
try, let's see what it does.
explain a
Probably ask
little.
me to log in first.
Let's see the other outputs for now.
Yeah, base 44 is still running. Replit as well, Laravel, code, all of them are. So meanwhile, let's try what the cursor is going to. Or no, not cursor. Let's try Copilot. New open folder. Let's create a new folder. Um, let's name it workshop. Select folder. And I'll just give the prompt here and put it on agent mode. And it should give me this one. Wait for it. Ah, we have base 44 ready. There must be some issue with specific set of images. See, all you gave is one
Uh,
prompt and it generated a page for you with
Mahith,
images,
can you
clean
click
UI.
on
Yeah.
or publish and then show it in a full view?
Ah, yeah, sure. You all can check the app and in the link that I've shared.
Yeah.
In the span of 2 minutes, AI was able to generate a web page for you and deploy it in their servers. Not suitable data. I don't have the feature. It's designing right now. Ah, lovable is ready. Publish. So lovable is done. Ah, even this is done.
Right? While you're doing what you're doing, there was one good message from Nan. This one read it out loud. Very good. Okay, this is what Nani wrote. For large web application with lot of features needed, we need to divide into sections, prompts, or we can do it within a single prompt message. But what you're missing is rules also, by rules and so on. Yeah, luckily AI is still experimental, not fully everywhere, but it's been there in pockets. We'll get there. Thanks, man. Right, how are we doing overall on the timeline?
Timeline, yeah, it's still 10 o'clock. We've gone through 1 hour.
Okay,
We still have half an hour, and I think I'll probably wrap up in a 10 or 15 minutes.
excellent. And audience team, please, if you have questions, either raise your hand or you all can unmute yourself and ask a question. Thank you.
Did you all go through the links that I've sent just now? What AI generated pages look like?
I went through one. I don't think others went through everything yet. So let's continue.
Even I didn't go through all the pages that I've put.
So while Mike is waiting for the pages to load, does anyone have any questions? Team? Because we're coming to the close of the session and then I just want to make sure that no questions are there. So now we'll have a series of this. Mike will continue. We'll do many more, but let it be interactive. Yeah. Okay.
For the next sessions, do you want me to come up with more AI tools, or do you want me to teach how the internal mechanics of AI work?
For me, I would want, if I can answer, I will say internal mechanism of how AI works. That'll be interesting as well. Can you hear me okay, Mike?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, go ahead.
I was like waiting if anyone else want to answer.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
If
Mike,
we
did you have
wanted
a
to do,
question here? Mike, did you have an agenda anymore? What you want to show?
nothing on,
Okay. And
if the
share.
audience have any questions, or do you want me to do something else? How to test agentic AIs, maybe, is a question. Uh, Miss Vishalakshi, can you unmute yourself and like, try to explain your question more?
Uh, when you look at some of the job descriptions, like how, to use AI in the QA world, I see few of these requirements, like to test agentic AIs, like have
So,
experience in testing agentic AIs. So how would you
so
go about that concept of testing an agentic AI?
testing an agentic AI. Once again, it comes down to which AI you're using. Like, can you give me a for instance, which AI it is?
Um, I didn't see it specific, like, but in the job description or like in the needs, if you look at some of the openings, they have these requirements, like
Okay, like,
have
okay,
knowledge
I
or
understood. You're
experience
applying for
testing
some jobs,
agentic
and in
AIs.
that job description, you saw it.
Yes.
Okay, testing AI. All right. So, this application right here, this is an agentic AI. I'm not familiar with the QA world completely, but when I want to test features from this, I give like completely out of bound, like out. Are you familiar with the concept of outliers? So within the bounds and out of bounds. The out of bound stuff is called outliers. So I use prompts that are not not stuff that are used regularly. So this concept is called prompt injecting. When you're trying to give prompts that normal people won't give, that's when you understand that this is built properly. Or you want to test even internal mechanics. There are concepts like temperature in AI, temperature and context, uh, the percentage of access to the context, like that. You need to, that's how testing would work. Like anything on AI, even usage or testing, anything, it all comes down to prompts. That is the only input format we have for AI, right?
Yes. And what I think, I like your answer, Mahit. What Visalakshi is asking is about, so there's AI agents and there's agentic AI. There's a difference, correct?
Uh,
Okay. AI agents are automation tools like N8 Zapier and so on. Agentic AI are independently operating tools. They're autonomous. They will take their own decisions eventually. AGI is the next level. Now, when it comes to what Visalakshi is asking is, today we're building these solutions and tools, we have to test them as well. That's important. We can't release software without testing it. And we're building solutions and softwares now on the fly. Everyone. There's a big career in the testing model where a human has to be involved and a human will come with their own toolkits, and they have tested. So, is that correct, Visalakshi? I think she wrote a message on chat. Yes, yeah, she said yes.
Yes.
So that's important. We are not, so Mahit, and we love you for your experience because you're on the AI side. A lot of us in IT learn, we come from a software testing background. We test solutions. We're quality assurance engineers. We certify products. And I
I
don't
pretty
think,
much have like zero knowledge on QA.
no worries. If you have an eye for detail, you're already in QA. Yeah, we need to see the things. Thank you. Anyone else? Team? But Mike, this is amazing the way you did it. Very proud. And it's for me also, it's nice to explore new things and see how things work. Thank you.
So base 44 came up with this in a minute. And then Lovable came up with this. Ah, the UI is more clean. Bold.new, it's not even reachable. Even gave me multiple pages, not just a single page. So this is like an intro to AI. So next future sessions would be like more advanced and stuff. This is just to show how I work with AI on a daily basis. Any questions, guys? Okay. That was so what we all learned from today's workshop. First one is AI multiplies our output. So we can assign some of our work to AI for it to do and then just review it and make small changes if we need. And we learned prompt engineering, we learned the prompt formula and different advanced prompting techniques. And we've learned how to utilize each AI tool, like tailored for one specific need. Like we learned about using Perplexity for research purposes and develop Cursor, AI agents like Cursor or Augment, Copilot for software development, and Canva for business needs. And we have practical applications, applying AI in hands-on projects. Like I wanted you all to use prompts to build applications. Yeah. Next we have so like no matter how much I teach, you wouldn't completely understand how it works. The true mastery of AI comes from experimenting. You have to use it. I can only pave a path for you. Once you walk it, you'll master it. multiple iterations, and that's it. Question and answers. I don't think anyone has any more questions for now. Yeah. Thank you all. If any
Thank
of you want to connect with me, you can reach out to me on Gmail or LinkedIn. I'm not much active on Instagram, but Gmail and LinkedIn I'm very active. Shall we get the recording? I'm not sure about that.
Uh,
Karthik,
yeah. Thanks, Mahit. Number one, beautiful session. Enjoyed it. I'm looking forward for more. And I love this thank you page of yours. Your Gmail, LinkedIn, Instagram. Please connect with Mahit, all of you. He's a great tech, or how do you say, enthusiastic. So yeah, we'll keep that going. Um, l- Video will be there on itlearn.com. They can all go there and check it.
Thank you so much. Very good session, Mahit and Karthik. Thanks.
Thank you, Swati.
thank you. Thank you.
Sure, Nazima. Thanks, Mahit. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you.
Thank you.